Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and we are taking a look at the San Jose Sharks today. My opinion, do I think they will make the 2021 Stanley Cup playoffs? Do I think they'll regress from last season? We're going to be taking a look at that in this video. If you like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey and want to see the latest news around the NHL, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe down below, and let's take a look at the San Jose Sharks. The San Jose Sharks. San Jose. Gotta love them. The San Jose Sharks last season had a miserable season, to say the least. They traded for Erik Karlsson from the Ottawa Senators. Believe it or not, it was not that long ago. They traded their first round pick as well as a couple other players, Chris Tierney, a couple prospects, and that trade has backfired in the face of the San Jose Sharks. And Doug Wilson definitely hurt his chances of staying in San Jose and has put himself on the hot seat with that trade. You look at the Sharks lineup. Evander Kane, Logan Couture, and Timo Meier, a pretty solid first line. Second line, you got Ryan Donato, Tomas Hertl, and Kevin Labanc. Not too bad. And then we get to the bottom six. There's a lot of new names on the San Jose Sharks bottom six. You got Patrick Marleau returning to the San Jose Sharks. That's a good thing. Dylan Gambrell, who looked decent at times for the Sharks. But again, third line center. I don't know. Marcus Sorensen on the wing. And then in the bottom line, on the fourth line, you've got Matt Nieto, Joel Kelman, and Stefan Nason. So not really a great bottom six. Looking at the defense, you got Radim Šimić and Brent Burns, Marc-Edouard Vlasic and Erik Karlsson, and then your third pairing is a pretty young pairing in Mario Ferraro and Jacob Middleton. So San Jose Sharks are a pretty interesting group, and remember, this group is led by former Florida Panthers bench boss Bobby Boughner. So I think he's a good head coach. But then you look at the lineup around this team, and it's quite interesting. So, you look at their power play lines, not too bad. But then it comes to goaltending. And you've got Martin Jones and Devan Dubnyk. And I've talked about this already in my power rankings when I looked at the San Jose Sharks, and I think this is their Achilles heel. Martin Jones did not look great last season. Devan Dubnyk did not look great in Minnesota last year. So where's the recipe for success here? I don't see it. Now, maybe if Devan Dubnyk has a turnaround season, I think between these two goaltenders, he has a better chance of becoming the starter and maybe having a turnaround season. But Martin Jones really concerns me. He really concerns me because I just don't see him being a great goaltender moving forward for the Sharks. And I think that's a shame because he's a really good player. He's been a good goaltender for them, helped them go on that run 2 years ago. And last season, he really fell off hard. Now, things can change in a year. We saw how badly they played last season. They could easily turn that around and get back to where they were. But I don't see that because you look at just how cap constrained they are. You're giving 5.75 for the next 4 years to Martin Jones per season for the next 4 years. Erik Karlsson is signed forever for $11.5 million. He should be your top defenseman. He's on the second pair right now. Brent Burns at $8 million for the next 5 seasons, $8 million per season. For the next 6 seasons, you have Vlasic at $7 million per season. So where is this Sharks team going moving forward? I mean, you've got like Mario Ferraro and Jacob Middleton, which is nice. And then the forward core looks decent, but Logan Couture and Tomas Hertl, their top 2 centers, have been out with injuries, both at the same time at the end of last season. So is this a theme that we're going to see from the Sharks moving forward, or is this just they ended the season off really badly last year? Giving their first round pick ahead of time became a curse for them, and they turn everything around this year. And the problem is, I just don't see that. As like I said, Logan Couture is 31 years old. So he's starting to get on the back half of his prime. And I just don't know how I feel about the Sharks, if I'm going to be honest. And Evander Kane looked pretty solid at points last season. Timo Meyer looked pretty good. Kevin Labanc, they finally locked him up. But a lot of these guys, like Ryan Donato, Sorensen, Nason, Bergman, Gregor, Kelman, Marlowe, Nieto, Solamella, Gambrell, they're all just guys jumbled up. And even Patrick Marleau, as great as it is to have him back, he's 41 years old, guys. So how much more left do we have of a guy like Patrick Marleau? And the blue line in the future for the Sharks doesn't really come off as too crazy. You've got Ryan Merkley, Nikolai Nizov, who could be good, Nicholas Malash, Brinson Pasnichuk, who I believe is playing in the NCAA, either in Michigan or Penn State. I've definitely heard of Pasnichuk. So these are the things that we have to analyze for the San Jose Sharks. Do I think they could move forward this year? Maybe. But the problem is, I don't see enough talent that they can really compete in that division that they're in to get in the playoffs. You look at the division they're in, you look at some of the teams in there, Colorado and Vegas, you can already eliminate yourself from those two. Now you got two other spots in that division, and you've got the California teams, which are them, the Kings, and the Ducks. I don't know if any of them are going to make the playoffs. The St. Louis Blues and the Minnesota Wild are going to be in that division. I could argue that that's your four spots right there, which I've made predictions already on, that would be your top four. You still have the Arizona Coyotes, who I don't think are that far off from the Sharks, and that's it. So right there, that's something that, I don't see it. I don't see it from the Sharks. And the goaltending is my biggest concern for the Sharks. I just don't see it with Devan Dubnyk and Martin Jones. And I hope they don't fire Bob Boughner, because if I'm going to be honest, as looking at the bright side here for the Sharks, I think that's their strongest asset is Bob Boughner. I've always had a lot of hope for Bobby Boughner in Florida, and things just weren't going to work out for him there, especially when you have Joel Quenneville as a possibility. So Bob Boughner is going to get an opportunity here with the Sharks. If he gets fired, I think he will get another opportunity, and that team will definitely benefit from that. But I don't even want to think like that, because firing coaches ahead of time I think is unfair. I like Bob Boughner, and I think the one good thing that Doug Wilson has done over the past couple of years is bringing in Bob Boughner. But besides that, I am a little bit concerned about the Sharks. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think the San Jose Sharks will make the playoffs next season, win the division? Do you think they'll be better than they were last year? Do you think they'll be the bottom five in the NHL? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And if you like what we're doing here at Goal Line Hockey, I want to see your latest news around the NHL. You guys know what to do. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe down below. Thank you so much for watching, and let's go Sharks.